What's up, Brain? Shoot me some. Just give me some ideas what you want to go over. I'm just gonna kind of go down my list really quick because I haven't charted in a little bit. I've been so focused on like 2 or 3 trades that I haven't really done much on anything else. So I guess I can start with Amazon since it's exciting. How freaking crazy is that? Was there like news or something about Amazon Prime Day? 'Cause there's just no way that it just had such a collapse like that. Where's it trading at? Oh, okay. It's only 32.65. So it's like here in the after hours. Jeez. I mean, that had to be some hedge fund shit there. Like, that had to be. High frequency traders just absolutely wrecking some people. That'd been nuts. I would have cried honestly. Like if those were my contracts, if I just had some long contracts, like oh man, this thing ain't going nowhere. It's just gonna hold here at the 1300 and oh shoot, I can't imagine somebody that had like some like naked short puts or something just like sitting here, and now you're about to be exercised on something that's now way out of the money again. It's insane. Yeah, expiration Fridays, man. There's something else. My goodness. You always got to be worrisome whenever we're landing on a monthly options expirations. I feel like there's just so much manipulation in the market. But when it comes to like these third week of the month, and there's like just like large holdings everywhere. Okay. Anyways, let's just start kind of plotting out some ideas. Obviously, this was such a sick wedge here. Really even kind of played out through like the whole. Interesting, I guess. Although it kind of broke it, so it's not really the best look at it now. I mean, since it's broke underneath and it's gonna be opening probably like here. I bet we come right back up on Monday, like, and just open up at 3,300 again. Yeah. And I was saying, like, right at the end of the day, like, everything kind of looked ugly anyways. Like, the way that SPY was looking kind of end of day. Just. I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the election anymore. I think the market's over the election. I feel like they have found their place now. We're too close. We're too close for elections to really make a move, or these big money people already have a hold of all the polls. They've got everything played into it. I mean, it's just I think we're good on as far as election goes, and as far as like stimulus goes. I think we'll still have a little bit of news shaking as far as when the stimulus happens, but I think all the money's priced in. Could be wrong, but I really doubt we have big moves again, kind of like we did back in here. whenever we were talking about, oh, stimulus ain't gonna happen, blah, and then it came right back up. So, I don't know. It's kind of my thoughts. Let's just do SPY as a whole market, kind of see where we're at on the daily. Just ugly.
Hey, love. Come on up. What did Big Bro do to you?
All right. Okay. SPY is a big V. Over the past 2 months.
Yeah, it's a strange looking one. I think that
Although we just recovered off of whatever happened end of August through mid-September, we just kind of recovered. I mean, this has just been the worst trading. I've traded horrible through all of this. I really don't see too much here. There's not really much you can kind of see and define some supporting lines. I don't even know if it's worth it to even draw these bad boys in. This is obviously something we want to be really. And I feel like this is just a big zone of just accumulation. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to go anywhere. I don't know if we go anywhere until coming into December. I think we're just going to sit here and chop for real. I doubt we break new highs. I bet we come back and retest this 340. I don't know if it's worth it to market, but as far as short term, obviously this 343 is important. And then of course whatever this rejection crap is here, because like it looks like, as you see even up here, we gapped up, and to fill the gap it was just blah, and then we came up, we basically retested this previous gap up, and it just was like it didn't want no part of it. And it is like that one day back here was literally we were retested again. So we retested that previous gap up. 3 days later, we touched exactly where that, or almost exactly where that big drop was. So this 343 is extremely important for us going forward as far as the whole market is concerned. And if we start seeing anything down there, I think we just fall harder. So we need to test some of these again, because this is just a zone. As you see, it just kind of like shuffled in here a lot. 340 to 330 was shuffle, and we could just do that. We could get in here again next month. Yeah, I think that's something that we could just see as like just a huge zone of just consolidation here before we go and start taking off again next year. I think January, February next year is going to be solid. I'm really pumped, and I'm hoping that I can stay alive until that happens. Because I think we're just going to have just massive moves again, and we're all going to be pumped, and we're all going to be buying Amazon and making $1,000 a day, which is going to be sick. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's see what we got. Zoom. Not much to talk about. I actually did really well in this trade. We're all-time highs again. Let's take this off because it doesn't mean anything anymore. Yeah, this is a wonderful trade. Let's see. We got an excellent trend line though. We'll definitely we wanna see if it respects it as it has been. That's a. I mean, heck, it probably even really started down here. Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that? This thing. Sorry, I'm not sure if my daughter's just tired or she's bored. For a little bit of both. So yeah, I think that's just our big one here. Obviously, we can kind of see it looks like maybe a little bit of a channel. Maybe a little bit of a channel. I don't trust this upper area here. I don't really care for lines above. But it's something to kind of keep an eye out on. I actually, let's draw this again. I want to, because I think our fibs are going to be pretty important here. You want to watch YouTube, baby? Okay. Let's see. Here, can you sit down here and do it?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, am I still on? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Definitely want to be playing it though, because this is strong as far as this market's concerned. If we come back down here, I'm probably just immediately gonna make a play. If we even touch the trend line, just immediately go long. And then what was it? It keeps going. It's a beautiful thing. So it may hit the 1618 here. You know what I need to also turn on is the 2 as well. Edit properties. Yes, love. What you need? Yeah. Well, 'cause you're pushing buttons, baby. Where is that at? I'll add it later. But yeah, that I think it looks like 275 or 575 will be our next target as far as fibs are concerned. Be a really interesting one, and then we'll probably see a little bit of pullback, and hopefully it hits this trend line and I can get in and zoom for real. Because I'm down. I am not scared to play it because it's such a strong trend. You gotta get on that bad boy. What else we got? We got Chewy. I played this one. This was a win for me here. Really didn't think it was gonna do as good as it did though. I literally got out like here. And then 2 more days of just crushing it. Kind of sucks because I lost horribly on Tesla, but yeah, not bad. This is some big volume. So the big gap up. But then it held the top of the previous sell-off, so it'll be interesting, something to look at. So 65 is an obvious place of importance. So whatever this 65 level is, properties. 65 will be good to look at. And then, of course, 75. What is the highs? All-time highs here. 74.84. Okay, I'll just leave it there. I don't see any like triangles. I don't see any wedges really. We might be able to. There might be something if we get a little deeper. What's that? All right. Hourly chart's not working. Maybe just on this side. Okay. Weird. So it's just like specific tickers that the hourly chart's not working. Ava Grace, what do you want? There you go, baby. That's weird. Like nothing's wanting to come up on the hourly charts. All right, so I guess we'll just kind of stick with the daily chart and hope we can see some stuff. When do we got earnings on Baba here? 2 weeks. Honestly, I would love to see a break of this. I think this would be an excellent day trade. All-time highs break. It's failed it 4 times now. It's crazy. Man. Lower, of course not. Well, thank you. Because apparently 12 times trying to. Oh man, that's strong. That's strong. Yeah, it must. Man, I don't know why it's doing this. I'm just gonna make this one big and go with it. Home Depot looks kind of nice. Man. We hate to see that reject of all-time highs. But I think I'll go ahead and create alert for a break. 3. Go long. Yeah, that's really the only thing to do. That's 1, 2. That was a head and shoulders play that looked like it worked out really well. And then we have a cup and handle here. An ugly one. If you take it even longer, go here, cup handle, could take off. Interesting. I like it. There was another one that was a lot like this, and I cannot remember where I seen it, but I was very interested. Work. Oh, Slack, yeah. Well, this has been a little grinder. You know, I bet a debit spread on this would be fantastic. Or even a butterfly. It's been kind of sideways though, but like on a yearly. This is interesting because it obviously is. It does not want to get to 35. Because it did this last time, if you see here, and had 4 big days, obviously coming into earnings. So that one, it doesn't have that catalyst though this time. I'd be careful with it. Man, that sideways churn. Shoot. Maybe a butterfly at like 32 and a half. What is that? What would that look like if we did one for next week? Let's just see if it literally would just pin for next week. So 32. Ooh, what's all this open interest we got? Somebody's got some big bets here. It's 35. Yeah, that's a so somebody sees what we see here. Like that is some crazy open interest. Like comparably. I would assume somebody's selling, and they probably closed it today. That 35 obviously is on everybody's radar for next week. Interesting. Yeah. So maybe these are some long people that are long for next month. And then we have another interesting 35 open interest again. I wonder what that would look like. Let's see here. Let's say we just go. Where's some liquidity here? So let's just say we did a debit spread then, because I don't know if a butterfly is going to work. 35 cents for $2 wide. $2 wide again, so we buy one, we sell 2, and then we buy one, and if it stays in between, let's stay. If we hit 35, we can absolutely nail it. How many of these contracts? Like, we can do like a lotto. So 1, 2, 3. We can do 6 contracts at 30 cents. And if it gets to 35 next week, we kill it. So $200 for a chance to make like 600, 700. That doesn't suck. I'm gonna write that up. I'm gonna make a video on that, I think, as well. Let's save that. That's an interesting one. I like it. Cool. Thanks for that one. Good video idea. The one I was seeing earlier was this. Although it's slightly in a sort of downtrend, this could be money. Yeah. Definitely broke and then held. Like it broke out, came down, bounced once, bounced twice, bounced 3 times, and then finally pushed back. And ooh, you okay? And now, if we get in closer, it might be a reverse head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, this is like a deep look at it, but we'd probably have to get like a really far out contract for this though. Yeah, it's just such a grind here. There's no like there's no obvious shoulder over here. But what if this breaks? If 243 breaks, we almost have an immediate run to 255. So that's a nice $10 move. It doesn't suck. I would definitely love to see this. Let's just set an alert, because that's a lot of resistance. So if it breaks, that's like 2 months of resistance. Let's create the alert. If we get 245 or 245 obvious break, look to go long. And maybe a debit spread too, because it might take a while. Okay. Yeah. All right, what else you got? What else? I think somebody asked or something in here, but they're not even in here. Jeez. Man, equity been fantastic. My gosh. You could have just got some equity on FedEx. Lord. What a great play. This thing is stupid strong. Like any buyback, any pullback, like you can almost instantly buy it. That's my answer. Yeah, FedEx looks great. I just don't really see a play per se. Honestly though, if you can get a pullback into, what is this, 275, it may just be an instant long. Because this is a stupid strong trend. This is 3 months of just riding this 8 EMA. Yeah. Good stuff. I really don't know what to say there. Because it's not like a killer. You're not gonna. You're. What is this? Unless you hit it yesterday, right? $8, $8 move. But any other time, you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days just to finally get that same $8 move. But it does look like it may be like setting some flag patterns here. So it may be flagging, ripping for 3 days, flagging, ripping for 3 days, flagging, and we might see that same pattern continue. So look for that in the hourly, since mine obviously is not wanting to come up, which is horrendous. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, you alright, baby boy? You okay? Are you falling asleep? I may have to get off here in a second because I think my daughter's like passing out on the floor watching kids' movie shows. She just fell for no reason. Man, kids are funny. You want to watch that show so bad that you would just hold the phone and just fall. Let's see, Spotify. A lot of things are coming to earnings, so I'm really interested in catching something running into earnings. Man, Netflix just sucked. I really expected so much better on Netflix. I got in like here, and it like just did this. I couldn't get nothing out of it. It just would not hold. I mean, this, although it looks like it gapped up and held here for a while, this was like an immediate bow. I really couldn't get a great play out of it whatsoever. Yeah. I think Google had a really nice setup. If you look at it in an hourly, I have a really nice little breakout here. Which also could be an excellent run into earnings play. So here's what I would probably do on this. Because the day held that breakout too. So if we're looking at a run into earnings, what is that? The 29th? We could probably set up a calendar on this bad boy. Oh, does it? Oh, weird. Earnings on what? Why is there two numbers? All right, whatever. We would sell next week's and buy. Ooh, these are expensive. Okay. All right. So we buy a 50 delta. Let's see if it's even would make sense. So buy a 50 delta, 30 days out. Sell the 30 delta. Yeah, that's hella expensive. If you get a run into earnings, then
I said, Mama.
Where's that? 1605.
This thing don't even got the thing on it anyway.
We could expect higher by then. So the next say 1650 then. We'll look at the 1650 and then kind of go from there. Alright, so we were doing the 16. Ooh, there we go. There's some numbers that we can be excited about. We might be able to trade this one. And then do the same. Yeah, it's not going to get us great. That's just too far. It's too far on the calendar. Let's try this one. I'm sorry, I'm just messing around trying to find a decent trade that makes sense. What I click? The 1600. And then let's say we sell 1620. It's still expensive. But our curve looks decent. And if we can get up to that 1600, I have a and this is by the end of the week. Probably make 1,500. I don't know if it's worth it though. It's only 25%. Just reward there. Darn Google and your high, really expensive contracts. Where would we play this to? So we definitely want to play it through or up to this last rejection. For if we're going to do like a little quick debit spread, so 1590. So we want to short the 1590. So let's say we buy here, sell the 1590. That's not bad. It's not bad. And if we're right within a couple of days, I'm gonna save this because I may take this trade next week. This is an interesting one. So on Google, we can just get a little debit spread, $600 debit spread, just to play the previous highs, and if we break, even better. 600. What was that? 600 for a 25, or is that no $15 wide? So $6 for $15 wide. It's a little less than half. So if we made, so we could expect to make at least halfway through it. So we're expecting at least to go to the 800 to 900 on the trade by hitting 1590 if we did it in 2 days. That's not, I think that's very possible. And then that's about 33% on your ROI there. It's not horrible. It's a decent little trade idea. All right, good stuff. Anything that you want to keep checking out? Yeah, absolutely. Everybody love this thing. I mean, that thing was, like, if it didn't just gap so hard, this, I mean, Lord. Just a massive triangle. Like, you would just got murdered if you bought anything prior. and then you could have done a nice day trade, but I just don't see you getting like the fullness of this. Like, I just can't believe anybody said, "Oh yeah, I bought it here." Get the fuck out of here. No, you didn't. You didn't buy that night. You did not. There's no way you know. Yeah. I mean, good for you if you did, but I'm so skeptical anybody says they bought a call here. I don't believe you. There's no way you just randomly bought a call here for no reason. But whatever. I mean, what was here? Nothing. It doesn't look like anything. There's no play, there's no setup. It's pure luck. And you don't win like that in the long run. Let's see what else. I don't know. I don't see anything to play here. We need to pull back before we can start looking at something else. I hate that I can't bring up an hourly chart. That's really driving me nuts. Oh, even if it consolidates here, what an excellent play this could be. Like, if we can get like 2 or 3 days of just chop, that I would say would be like, if we can get something like this, but then a breakout further. So like it ripped here last time, it kind of consolidated. Then if this would have been the actual next breakout, so I guess we got to be worried that it will do this again. Mm-hmm. But if it does something like this, and then if it does this again, we know to be ready. But we don't want to see this, because this will eat us up. We'll just lose over and over and over again trying to play. So hopefully we can get something here. Wait for a breakout, and then we can buy it, because obviously the breakout is the key. Because even same thing here, right? We could have got in maybe here if you had the balls of steel here, and then you could played like a $2 move. Got out. So any break on NIO is honestly just probably to go. So anything above 29.40 is a go. So definitely want to set an alert for it. Go long immediately. And there's so much hype. Like this is a lot of volume. Everybody knows about it now. And when you get that hype, it causes a fury of buying. And so it's kind of what happened to Tesla. Last 2 months ago. Alright, last one. AMD sucks. Let's find a good one. Ooh, Roku. I do like Roku. Yeah, we can do that one. Yeah, I like it. I do. I think if we get another hourly bounce, let's just set an alert. Because it's obviously holding. And then we can buy in right on the... We could buy in immediately if this hits. And then we have the quickest awesome stop immediately after the low. If we know it breaks low, then we're out. There's no point in being in any longer. So I like this idea a lot. So let's just set an alert. What is that? What's this? What's the bottom of this? What's the bottom of that green? That big green one. Yeah, 3 days ago. Two. Alright. Look to go along with a very, very tight stop. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thanks for coming in here and charting with me for a little bit. This is just good. It's good to kind of do it and get it done with, so you're ready for the next week. Do you use Thinkorswim, or what platform are you trading on? Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go and play some Warzone. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad he said that. Lucid Motors. What the heck? What's that? What's the ticker for that? LIC? What is it? LILUI? Lucid? Isn't there a... What is that one? What is the ticker for that? That's going to be another interesting one as well. Come on, Deform. Give me those tickers. Oh, okay. Fine. I thought it was public. I thought it was going to be like one of those like $3 stocks. Alright, man. Well, I will see you probably Monday or something like that. Appreciate you coming in, bro. Alright, later.